YouTube, how's it going? The GOAT House is back with my NFL Week 14 locks. We're going to take a look at my straight-up lock, over-under pick of the week, spread lock pick, some games that I like, and some of my upsets. Got a lot of upsets this week in terms of the lines. So we'll take a look at all of that like we do every single week. I also have my score predictions on the channel. You can get Junior score predictions on the Patreon along with my updated playoff predictions every single week and my updated 2020 NFL mock drafts with the updated order every single week. So you get a lot there on the Patreon, and you help support the channel. So go ahead and click that link in the description just to find out some more info on that. Trying to reach 40K for our subscriber goal by 2020, so we would appreciate it very much if you can subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to that goal. Click that like button. Check us out on Twitter. Full NFL content here all year long at the GOAT House. Locks of the week. Let's start with, a lot of interesting games actually this week. It was tough to find, usually every week there's multiple straight up locks, you would think. They always don't go the right way. But this week there was really only one that I liked for the straight up lock. It's the Vikings over the Lions. But it's interesting because you look at the Vikings under Mike Zimmer when favored by 10 points or more. They're 2-4-1. So that's not a good resume. I just don't see how they lose this game. Their offense is getting better and better each week. It feels like Detroit's defense is kind of going south. I think it's because it's a losing season. In that Packers game, kind of a while back, kind of took a lot out of them. Ever since then, the defense kind of went south. It was playing good at that time. So the Vikings should have no problem scoring, even if they're missing some guys. I think Detroit's defense is a defense you can throw or run on. The Vikings defense has been, they've been heading south too. They've been going the wrong way. So I think the Lions will be able to move the ball okay. I just don't expect anything crazy, obviously without Stafford at quarterback there. So I got the Vikings winning this one. There's really no reason why they shouldn't win this one, even by a pretty big amount. On to my spread lock, and I know this is a little bold. It's a little risky, but I like the Chargers -3 against the Jaguars. No reason they shouldn't win this game by at least a touchdown, in my opinion. It's a great matchup for the Chargers, number one. Number two, they have way more talent than the Jags. And number three, it feels like the Jags have given up, the effort on the field. I know they're switching to Minshew. Could bring some energy into that offense, but I'm worried about the defense this game. The Chargers, when they're not able to win games, it's because the offense can't make that extra play, can't do enough. Their defense has definitely been getting better and better. It's a very talented defense. They even got Derwin James back. It's his second game. But like I said, they've been losing games because the offense can't do enough or because of turnovers. I don't really see that being a problem against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have been a little rough down the middle of the field. If you run the ball in between the tackles and then getting the ball to the running back any way you can, even if it's throwing the ball. And I think the Chargers do that very well, and that kind of can open things up for Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. There's really no excuses in this game. I see them because of the matchup, because of the talent. They have to go out and win this game by at least a touchdown. So I know it's bold being this being a spread lock, but I like the Chargers in this one. I know some people are even picking the Jags straight up, but I like the Chargers. We'll see if Minshew Mania is still a thing. It was once a thing. It cooled down even with him in. And then obviously Foles came back in, and now they're putting Minshew back in. But I don't know if it makes a huge difference, honestly. Season's over for them, and they kind of act like it too. The Chargers, yeah, their season's over. It's disappointing. Well, maybe it's not completely over, but it's disappointing. But they don't really act like that. The players, the effort. Over-under lock, I got the under on the Steelers-Cardinals. It's 43. I just see this being a low-scoring game. You look at the Cardinals, they haven't been putting up as many points the last couple weeks as they were putting up, I guess, before that. Kyler Murray was actually questionable last week, so I guess he wasn't 100%. He may not be 100% still, so that kind of limits them. I think they still need some more weapons there. It just seems like there's not enough weapons offensively. And the Steelers being a defensive team, they win games off defense. Their offense, the offense has been a little slow this year, but the defense has been big time. And thought they would get James Conner back. Doesn't sound like they're getting him back. So I don't think a whole bunch of scoring from the Steelers. I think they win off defense. So under 43 is the over-under that I like this week very much. On to my upsets of the week. I got a lot of good ones. So I have the Colts beating the Buccaneers. The Colts are getting 3 points. They're +3. I don't view that as that much of an upset, but I'm taking the Colts. Well, I guess it is because the Colts are getting kind of cold. The Bucs are getting kind of hot right now. But I like the Colts. I think they get that extra turnover and get the ball in the end zone off the turnovers like they're unable to do recently. So I like the Colts in that one. I got the Chiefs over the Patriots. It's very, very tough picking against the Patriots because they're home. I don't see them losing 2 weeks in a row. There's not a whole bunch of logic behind that. I think the Chiefs are getting going. They're getting healthier. They're getting going. The defense seems to be getting a lot better. It's a way different defense than the Patriots have seen compared to, I guess, last year. And the Chiefs' offense, I think, will be able to score. I know the Patriots have a very good defense, but I still think it's a good defense, but I don't think it's an elite defense. I think it's only like that statistically because who they played. The Chiefs will score at the end of the day. They'll score on pretty much anybody. So can the Patriots keep up scoring? It's possible, but I like the Chiefs. I have the Niners over the Saints, and I like the matchup. I think they'll play a very good defensive game, and that could be the difference. It's all on Jimmy G. Take care of the ball. Manage the game. You got to make some plays here and there, but I don't think he needs to do a whole bunch. The Saints have been, I don't want to say struggling, but they have been they slowed it down on offense a little bit against some good defenses. I think the Niners have the best defense in football. The pass rush could be key. And I have the Rams over the Seahawks. That one's very bold. Kind of a gut feeling at the same time. I think they'll split on the air at the same time of me thinking the Rams are getting better, mainly in the play calling, play choices, and important, crucial situations. So in their home and prime time also. So these aren't locks. They're upsets. It's very possible I can get all these wrong. I've been pretty good on my picks this year, leading the Goat House. But these upsets, pretty risky. But yeah, again, not locks, just upsets that I'm feeling. One I'm most confident about, I'd say, is the Colts. The other ones are kind of a little more bold, but we'll see how many of these I get. Always interested to see. And then games I like in terms of the lines. I always stay away from the Thursday games, but I do like the Cowboys. There's no reason they shouldn't win by at least a touchdown. And then they are in Chicago Thursday night. That's the only thing that really scares me. That's really the only reason it's not a lock. The Cowboys are better than the Bears. The Bears are getting hot, but who have they played? The Giants and the Lions recently. So we'll see if the Bears are for real tonight, actually. And then Colts are +3 against Tampa. Like I said, the Colts should win this game. I'm pretty confident in them. And they're getting 3 points extra there. I don't see them losing. If they do lose, I don't see them losing by more than 3. So kind of like that one. But the Buccaneers are getting better on both sides of the ball recently, so they're kind of a sneaky team. So that's why it's a like and not a love or a lock. So that's my locks of the week. Wrapped up pretty quick there. Doing this every single week. We also got straight up picks with the fellows. We got score predictions, more score predictions on the Patreon, recaps, power rankings, college football content. Great time of the year for college football right now. We got you covered, even in the offseason, free agency and the NFL draft for the NFL. Always got the content here at the Goat House, so please subscribe. Help us reach that goal. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.